games and drills and stuff. And do you like your running backs, all of them being a factor in special teams?
Well, if they want to play on that next level, they have to play on special teams, and that's a third of what we're doing. Offense, defense, and special teams. But I think just his work. He comes to work every day. He doesn't complain, and that's with all those guys in there. Tim, he's really been doing an excellent job on special teams. So you want your guys to come in there and be a part of the special teams, understand how important it is for us to be successful.
What are the things you've emphasized with Ty?
The biggest thing is making sure we finish. We finish runs. We don't want to run out of bounds or anything like that. And he's been taking coaching really good. He understands that part of it. But I've been telling him to finish and secure the ball. Every day you're gonna hear me screaming and yelling about make sure we have our wrists above our elbow. This is important for us to secure that football.
How's Jeremy looking in that respect?
He's been doing a lot better. He's been doing, and he comes before practice. He's working on that. After practice, he's working on that. So I've really been proud of Jeremy. He's really been concentrating on that part of it, knowing that he has to secure the ball in order for us to put him out there.
Dave, when you were talking about kind of improving some of that blocking stuff from last year, I know that you weren't coaching that group, but as y'all talked about what needed to improve there in terms of blitz pickups and things like that, was that more technique stuff with them, or was that more, maybe not recognizing things as quickly as they needed to?
It probably was a little both. Definitely making sure you communicate with the offensive line. And last year I thought Coach Winky did a good job with those guys on their technique. But as they get older, they understand the importance of the communication with the center, identifying the fronts and the coverages and different things like that. So I think they've been doing a better job with identifying what's going on. And we work on that technique every day, trying to get our hands inside and making sure we have a good balance when we're blocking.
Sorry, I couldn't believe I haven't asked this, but just what's the biggest thing you've discovered about Pereira since the start of camp?
Just his work ethic. Like I told the guys earlier, this guy comes to work every day. Obviously, he's talented, but he's a mature freshman, and he just want to work. He just want to see where he fits in his offense, and that's the biggest thing. He's a worker. He comes to work every day.
Any examples of that? Just things that.
Well, even during springtime, we'll be at 8 o'clock at night with him going over protections, and he really wasn't participating in the spring, but he wanted to make sure he was prepared when he got out there. And obviously, when you get the ball in his hand, he can make people miss.
We've heard a lot before about Banks and his sort of just his enthusiasm for the game, being out there every day, the way he likes to go out there and compete. Are y'all still seeing that on a daily basis? Is that something that kind of lifts the room at times?
Oh yeah, that's just a part of it. I think Jeremy does a great job of bringing juice, like we would say, to practice, to the meeting rooms, and this kid loves football. I always tell him just make sure you have a control range. That's the biggest thing because he's played so fast. He's extremely physical. But he's been doing a great job of bringing it every day. Every day he comes to practice, he's prepared and ready to go.
Can that have an effect on some of the other guys? Because I know you got some other guys in that room that are hard workers, but they're quiet guys. Is someone like him, can he kind of bring something out of them a little bit?
Well, and that's his personality. And that's one thing we ask those guys to do, kind of bring somebody else along with you when you are having that enthusiasm. I think that's important. It's contagious. Once one person gets it, somebody else. So that's what we want. We want those guys to actually have fun out there and work extremely hard and be ready to go.
You mentioned that Coach Chaney focuses on where the ball carriers have their eyes going when they're running the ball. What's the biggest difference you'd say with the running backs this year in Chaney's offense versus last year?
I think the biggest thing is those guys is concentrating on where their eyes are going, what they're reading, different things like that. And it's right now that everybody's playing well. I think the offensive line, we're all coming together and we're mature. It's a year later, so those guys who are freshmen and sophomores, they're a lot better right now. They're strong and they're faster.
What have you seen out of Tim Jordan, and maybe what are you emphasizing with him this fall camp?
Like I emphasize with all the running backs, make sure you secure that ball. Tim does a great job of kind of finishing runs and different things like that. He really wants to play more on special teams. He know that's what we're going to need to win. But I've just been telling Tim, make sure he secure the ball. And we've been working with him catching the ball out the backfield. I think that's going to be big for him because he can catch the ball out the backfield.
You talk about running backs in the division. How much of that is preparation and how much of that is just an instinct that some guys seem to have kind of an instinct about where the pressure is going to come from, where to run, where the hole's going to be? How much of it's preparation versus instinct?
I think the biggest thing is all preparation. And you have some guys, once they get to the second level, they can see things that other guys can't see. But for that first level, it's all about preparation. If they're in the shade, they're in the three-tech, you have to read those blocks. That's the most important thing, and get to the heels of the offensive line to help those blocks out. But once you get to the second level, now that's when your kids become special. They can see different things coming at them that most kids can't see, and they're able to cut off it.
One more question, guys. With a guy like Eric who hasn't played yet in college football, is it, I guess with all the running backs, but especially the freshmen, of preaching like physicality and working on toughness throughout fall camp, is that a mindset that you have to take every day with him?
Well, I think you take that mindset with all the guys, and he understands what level he's on, and it's going to take him some time. You know, he's a freshman, so until he actually get out there into a real game and understand the physicality of this league, you know, he'll adjust to it. You know, I just think he's been doing a good job kind of displaying that in practice. So we have to continue to harp on those things and understand that, you know, this is a very, very physical game.
Thank you.